Hello students, this is Professor Karishma Gangute. Again, I welcome you all in our next video of the estimating and costing of Unit 4 rate analysis. Okay, in previous unit, we have discussed the factors affecting the rate analysis. Some are the major factors, some of the minor factors. Okay, now in this videos, we are going to learn the different terminologies which will be used in rate analysis. Okay, so let's start. Lead, standard lead, extra lead, lift, overhead charges, contractor's profit, and water charges are the different terms that we are going to discuss. Okay, so let's start with the lead. What does mean by lead? Lead, it is the horizontal distance between the point of earthwork excavation and the point of earthwork where disposal. It is generally measured in terms of 50 meters of distance. Okay, always remember this. So it is nothing but the horizontal distance, okay, from the point of excavation and the point of where the earthwork should be disposable. Okay. Now next concept is standard lead. What is standard lead? So we can define standard lead as the horizontal distance up to which a contractor will haul the material excavated, and it is included in the rates of excavation. This lead is 30 meter and called as a standard or normal lead. So means we can say that up to 30 meter the lead distance will be called as a standard lead or normal lead. Okay. So for that you don't need to pay any extra charges to the contractor. Always remember this. Now the next concept is extra lead. Extra lead, we can say if in case if the material excavated and it's to be disposed at the place which is more than 30 meter away from the place of excavation, and then the handling charges are to be paid to the contractor. So for additional lead of every 30 meter, the rates of excavation will be different. Okay. So these leads are called as extra lead. Means after 30, once you have crossed the 30 meter, okay, means that is your standard lead. After the 30 meter, for every 30 meter, you have to pay the charges to the contractor for the transportation, okay, for the horizontal transportation, that we can call extra lead, because you are paying extra charges to the contractor for the horizontal transportation, for the handling charges, okay, uh, so that that material will be placed and should be disposed at proper location. So that will be your extra lead. Okay, now another concept is lift charges. Have you ever, you have seen, we have heard many times lift charges, lead charges. So lift will be, it is lift, lead is the horizontal transportation and lift is the horizontal, sorry, vertical transportation. That it is the vertical distance for the material excavated between point of excavation and point of disposal during construction work is called standard lift. Okay, and it is of 1.5 meter, means up to 1.5 meter of lifting of any material. You don't need to pay any cost, but you have to lift the material. If you need to material lift more than 1.5 meter, then you have to pay the lift charges to the contractor. Okay, now next term is overhead charges. Okay, overhead charges, we can say these are the indirect and unproductive expenses. Okay, what I'm calling indirect and unproductive. Okay, that are required to be incurred by contractors, such as office expenses, taxes, supervision charges, etc. Yes, did you means get you getting, because why I'm saying unproductive, because you have to pay for the security cabin or office expenses, or the cabin for the staff, or you have to pay taxes on the construction or material, or water charges, taxes, etc., or supervision charges to the supervisor. Okay, so so these are charges, it will be considering overhead charges. Okay, Overhead charges generally we divide it in two parts. First is general overhead and another is job overhead. In general overhead, what is included? It is it will be the salary of the office staff such as clerk, accountant, peon, etc. Okay, so these are included in general order. Even the rent of office, if your office you have taken office on rent, so you have to pay rent also. Okay, so that will be considered in your overheads. You have, if your staff is traveling from the far distance for the site, okay, to the site, so you have to pay traveling expenses also, so that will also included in your general overhead. Then taxes and telephone bills of the office. Okay, so these are all the charges incurred in general overhead. Getting? Now the another part is job overhead. You can clearly taking meaning from its name also, like title also, job overhead. Job overhead means it included salaries of engineers, supervisors, technical assistant, repairs and depreciation charges of tools and plants, insurance premiums and compensation to be paid to the workers, interest on investment. Okay, so these are the charges that that is going to be paid on your workers, that is your salaries, your technique for your technical assistance. So if you have to repair any machine or any equipment or any instrument, that also considering job overhead, because that machine is playing some role, doing some job. Okay, your engineers are paying some playing some role, doing some job, same wise your laborers, your workers. Okay, if an accident is happen on your side, you have to compensate that labor. Okay, so these are the charges are included in job overhead. Remember this. Okay, if you are if you in future if you are going to work on the site, okay, it will be you will get all the things that what I'm teaching you. Okay, general overhead, job overhead, lift, extra did, these are always frequently happen on site, and you have to know, as a civil engineer you should know every term uh, of this rate analysis. Okay, now let's discuss about the contractor's profit that we have discussed in previous lecture also. 10% of contractor profit always we consider. Okay, that is 10% of the cost of material. Okay, and labor. If the cement and steel are supplied by the department to the contractor, then profit is not allowed on cement and steel. Always remember. Means if you are if you are a contractor and if any contractor is doing work, but cement and steel generally is provided by owner itself, so he or she cannot include steel and cement in his cost of the items or labors, and he has to exclude that cost, and then on the and then the total will be on that percentage. 10% he will get her profit, his profit. Okay, and last is water charges. Always remember water charges for preparing the rate analysis of PCC, that is a plain cement concreting, RCC, reinforced cement concreting, plastering, brickwork, etc. We need 1 and 1.5% of the cost of the material and labor is added at the water charges. Okay, uh, all these things you have your people are asked in interviews mostly, when if you are going to do any government job. Okay, like PWG, ZP, etc. So there are number of questions like what will be the water charges, contractors profit, what is the leave, overhead charges. In even MCQ type of question here or in a exam, that terminology is also asked, you know. So you should know all the meanings of the different terms. Okay, so these are the terms. If you have any doubt regarding any term, if you are, so you can ask directly in comment section of this video. Thank you so much. Okay, in next lecture we are going to learn the actual procedure of rate analysis of different items of work. This is the procedure that we are going to follow to perform the rate analysis of different kinds of work, that we are going to discuss in our next lecture. Okay, thank you so much, student. See you in our next lecture.